Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium, everyone, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home. And these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on a team from the mountain. Mexico State will kick it off and will be underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Fresno State's offense will start this game off. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football. And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways, and this guy is very dangerous. Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Keene. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. From the gun, running back gets to give. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the New Mexico State Aggies offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Shakes off the tackler. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Coming after it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot. Now dealing with a first and goal. And he's wrestled to the ground. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
7, Fresno State 0.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Finds the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Keene. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Now on second down. He's got it on the right. Still running at the 40. Still on his feet. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Brings up second down.
They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third down, he drops to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground. A 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wants to throw on third down. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Tulane notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from New Orleans is worth its weight in gold to the Green Wave. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Takes the easy one to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. To the air. It's Keene. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Using the quick game. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Feeling some heat. Gets it out fast. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. A missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10.
Fresno State, 0.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script.
Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. They'll go to the counter. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and the defensive line, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Takes it on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. To throw, it's Keene. Safe completion on the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Catch in the middle, it's Stevens. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He makes the catch. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Pocket starts to collapse. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Getting some heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. The official says no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mount.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Hands it off. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with honor.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
shake up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We've got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Fresno State right back to the line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive run.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The Bulldogs are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gilliam.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're bringing heat. Caught behind the line. It's Gilliam. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on the football field. A top 5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Looking for room. It's Washington. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. from the gun. They'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Gives it to the back on the draw. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Oh, he dropped it. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Quickly out to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. The aerial assault continues. Got it in the middle, it's Moss. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The back goes in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Makes his connection. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go to the counter. Powers through the defender. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Washington. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And now this offense on 1st and goal has a chance to break the tie late. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Aggies! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
PAT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're lining up to boot it away.
New Mexico State, 17. Fresno State.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Keene. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's James. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Trying play action. They're trying to get to it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
A loss of
not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to the running game. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking for a gap. It's McGowan. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run it on the counter. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take, Jesse, that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up, high point the football, and win you this game?
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
4th down.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.